All right, folks, it is 28 December.
I think so.
Is that 28 December?
Yes.
Yes. Miss Katie had to consult her phone, and I had to consult my brain in between the three of us. Sometimes it feels like three of us. So, new game today. What do we have?
Battles in the East, decision games.
Yes. And do you remember the snafu with this?
No.
Well, we've actually, my God, if you can believe this, spent our own money. Because Decision Games, one, never gives a review copy. And two, we bought a pledge copy because it's a 2-volume set. Well, I got forgotten about. Decision Games I like plums. I really like plums. I like plums a great deal in the summer. But I don't like being plumb forgot about. And I was plumb forgotten about. And got thinking about it and said, well, hecky darn, what happened? And found out that the game had been out. Contacted Decision Games and was all miffed. Paige at Decision Games said, Dr. Smith, don't worry about it. I don't know what happened. We're going to make it right, and we're going to go ahead and get it done and get it done right and take care of you. Oh, just so I can show you the new kitten. Yes, the new kitten. Yay! So we're all happy about him, and he got dropped down because, well, he'd go wild in here. So Squirt got dropped down. So Decision Games made it good, and we were happy. Now, put that copy down, Mish, because that's an empty box. Pick up the volume 2. And kind of heavy, isn't it?
Oh, it's got stuff in it.
But it's heavier than many box games. You know why that is? What do I love in games?
Oh, mat and map boards.
See, folks, she knew. She knew. I will give her some extra kibble tonight because of that.
I get to eat the own dinner I'm going to cook.
Yes, we are having for dinner tonight flank steak.
Flank steak and roasted potatoes.
Oh, how glorious. And 2 nights ago, we had for dinner leftovers.
Oh, leftover turkey from Christmas.
Hot turkey sandwiches.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, that made it easy to finish the Battle for Stalingrad game from the Historical Game Company because I had all this energy, although I should have been in a food coma because Miss Katie's hot turkey sandwiches the day after are a literal feat. So, everything's pretty good here. We are supposedly expecting snow Armageddon for Alabama tomorrow. Snow Armageddon down here means anything of freezing mix because folks don't have snow tires down here and there are no snow trucks and there's no salt. And we just laugh about it. It's like, okay. But everybody stocks up on milk, water, and Doritos. So, pretty darn good here so far. What do you think there, Miss?
Sounds good to me.
And Miss Katie is feeling better after bruising a rib from being at the bar the night that Bandit passed over Range Road Bridge, and she hit the bar kind of wrong. And she wasn't overly drinking. She just went to give our barkeep a hug and hit herself at probably the absolute wrong angle. So we didn't have to put her down either. Although it would have been worth a lot of money. But well, okay, we won't go there, folks. So, Happy New Year's to you folks. And as always, she goes...
Bye-bye.
Bye-byes. Hi, folks. We saw Miss Katie up here in a gray sweater, and let me show you. I have new duds for Christmas. I have...
Your bearskin hoodie.
My bearskin hoodie, and it's warm and soft and fleecy, and I'm in love with it. And it has... It's almost like an army thing because it has all these...
Zippers
and
pockets.
And so it's nice, and of course today is almost like on the Eastern Front because it's cool. New game. We bought, as we talked about, we bought both volumes of Battles in the East. Slightly different covers in terms of coloration. I love this one. I'm thinking it's a JS2 because of the time period, but I can't count the road wheels to be certain. Turrets look much the same to me, but love this picture. This is called what? Sepia? This brown and white miss?
I have no idea.
Okay, she's supposed to help me on this. She's supposed to make me look smart. So, but it is delightful on the eyes here for me. Warsaw 1944. Paid little attention till I had to read a book for Armor Magazine and review it, and all of a sudden got very interested in that. And what's most interesting about that period is the Germans don't like to talk about it, and it's kind of the after Bagration. So this is Bagration stop. The Soviets could have maybe punched across, but they did. And of course the offensives further to the south. So, new one. We talked about that DG support in the person of Page did great work here for us in getting us these here, because it was like, I don't want to have to buy these on the market, and yes, it's the same price as DG is offering to me for missing, letting me know that the money was due or whatever, but DG took care of us. Can't fuss at all about that. Counters. Well, they're easy to read. I like easy to read counters. Everybody knows that. What I am surprised about is that the Russians are kind of this brown, but the more I looked at them, the more I was okay with them. And of course, they are, and Miss Katie can even see this, they're color-coded for their respective armies. That's good. You will also see German infantry sucks. German infantry was into the deep suckage zone at this point of the war. Most units are double-sided. So most units have 2 steps. Can't fuss about this. It is also, I've noticed, kind of a new trend for DG. Well, it's a new trend for me. DG is starting to do more things with headquarter units on games. You have headquarter units matter in this one. They mattered in the recent World at War Baltic Offensive by Javier Romero, which we reviewed and we did a video on, but which is a great game also. So I'm getting more used to doing headquarters, particularly for supply. You gotta use, I was okay with that. I like the map. I will show you the map later. I will hold it up real quick here for you, because I'm not going to hold it up long ways, because it's 4 things. 4 things.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. But I don't want to break my brand new map board. So you can kind of see here, this is the Vistula side. And it looks like somebody who's had too much to drink, maybe, because of all the red veins, i.e. the road network system here. I will show you this up close then. This is supposedly an evolution of Panzer Group Guderian and Army Group South. We've never had Army Group South. Always liked Panzer Group Guderian, but never played it properly enough. Now, I should probably get it out and play it again for myself. And the reason I haven't played it is because, well, Miss Katie would always fall back and say, well, it's because you're an idiot. And it's like, I'm not going to argue with that. Today, I would play it a lot more. Back in the day, whenever that was, I wouldn't have. I need to get it out and play it. And you folks need to remind me, Smitty, have you gotten it out and played it? The rules. 14 pages of rules, 16-page rule book, but 14 pages of rules. It is colorful inside. Not very colorful there, so I turn to the non-colorful side, and Miss Katie's over there shaking her head. But you can see here lots of nice illustrations. The illustrations are good, and it continues to be replete with illustrations and diagrams throughout. Kudos. Kudos to folks on that. There are player aid cards. How many? 1, 2, Fee and Foe. There are 4 player aid cards. We'll start with the most boring one first. There is the turn record track. It's a nice card stock, folks. I like nice card stock. It also has the Vision Core Integrity bonus chart and air support table. Okay, so it's black and white, so it's dull. I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. Each game has its own player aid card. So because this game has system rules, they break it down into player aid cards. But there's an oopsie on them. In the victory conditions, they don't tell us what the historical result was. Oh, come on, folks. Why did you do that? That's a sentence. The historical result was boom. The good thing about this as well, on the back side is setup. Like that. And again, good substantive cards. Each one of these has rules that are specific to the scenario that's given. We have the combat result table here. It's your normal step loss type result. Oh, that makes her a step loss result. Yes, and or retreat. Okay, just need to be certain there. And your terrain effects chart. So I'm telling Miss Katie to be really quiet because she has to go blow. She has a sniffle. Down here we got our combat shifts. All good there. Both games are 10 turns. Or both scenarios are 10 turns. So can't fuss about that again either. What is interesting is that defenders can advance after combat in this game. Oh, I love that, because often in many games I think there should be, depending upon the era, that defenders should be able to advance after combat. Nice change here. What is also a nice change here for me is when I found out that Donald Johnson had worked on this game, I was more enthused because even though he was a playtester, I don't know if he was more than just a playtester, I tend to trust Donald's judgment a great deal. So that, books, we'll talk about 3 whole books. There are 7 that you will see online then when I put this up, but there are 3 books. First, From the Realm of a Dying Sun, 4th SS Panzer Corps coming into Warsaw. If you don't have this, go stand in the corner, put a dunce cap on, and have your cats like claw up the back of your legs, or your dogs bring squeaky toys into the room and just make lots of loud noises that will cause you to become insensate. Must-have book. It is by Douglas Nash. It is a 3-volume series. Must-have book. Well-researched, well-documented, and a lot of interesting politics written here between the Wehrmacht and the SS, particularly in Volume 3 down in Hungary. Good series. Second is Ian Kershaw, who I like. The End. Somebody needed slap the dead halibut here because it's wrong cover. This is a 1941 Advance to Moscow PK-3 short-muzzled tank with a German flag on the top. Hello. Somebody didn't do their work, and Ian, I guess, didn't ask to see the proof. This only deals with the end of the war, defiance and destruction of Hitler's Germany, 1944-1945, and Prit Voltaire Battleground Prussia. As always, the maps are up and down in this book. Not as iffy as in a number of glance books, but you know, you get what you do. So, on BGG, Claire Kuzman had done some great work under the files, and I heartily recommend that to you. So, we will be looking at the map for a moment. We'll be looking at the counters close up, but otherwise, I'm out of here, and I thank you, folks. Bye. All right, folks, the Vishal Bridgehead map. You can see it's a little wonky. Why I was not wanting to full and flip it over and do it, and even to really kind of hold it up. So this is what the one I was talking about that was so red. Okay, now we will turn it over to the other side. So you have to bear with me while I kind of do that here. We're only going to get about half this one probably out, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, it's working pretty well. This is not the way probably to do it, but you know, we have fun doing this, and we don't get monetized anyway, so it doesn't really kind of matter in that sense, does it? But really didn't know much about Praga until I read the book on the 4th SS Panzer Corps. Same for Rosen up here, Podolsk, and Minsk Mazowiecki. Got to know much more about those. Really like this map though. And of course it's Poland, so you've got the plains. So that all works very nicely here for things. Then let's show you the counters. The mini counter sheet number 1. And we got a little bit glare on it, so I do apologize for that, folks. Then we've got number 2, and we're going to hold that up so there's less glare. Been nice if they had gone ahead and given us an option for icons rather than just NATO symbols. But there you've got your counters. So it will soon be hitting the table. Not certain what my next game is. Right now I'm playing college football. So thank you, folks. You have a blessed one today.